tribute to a great leader and a good person, Mr. Cyril Gamede. On Sunday, the 1st of August 2021, I learned with great shock and sadness that one of the soldiers of this country, Mr. Cyril Gamede, has fallen. I hoped it was not true, but today, on behalf of the University of Zululand former council and current council, leadership, and university community, I read this tribute in his name, joining many who remember who he has been in their lives. On the day of his passing, I discovered that one of the most important persons in my life has gone forever. His life and his passing will have a lasting impact on all of us at the University of Zululand. I first met him in 2014 when he was a chairperson of council of the University of Zululand. His unparalleled legacy in higher education, especially at this university, cannot be reduced to words, but I will try. Ubaba Gamede, as we affectionately addressed him, was a thoughtful, a brave man who stood for truth and what he believed in. Indeed, isitya esihle asidleli. In reflecting on his life, I can attest that he lived a purposeful, driven life, a life lived to the fullest. He had a wishbone, a backbone, and a funny bone, and in his life was a happy song. To say his presence would be deeply missed by UniZulu would be an understatement. I am certain that Mr. Gamede's name will remain and come up in many engineering meetings at the university as well as across our country. The fact that he is no more will remain unbelievable to most of us. Indeed, death reveals the geography of one's influence, the landscape of one's contacts, the environment of one's being, the memory of one's history. Mr. Gamede has left an indelible imprint in our institution, on our historical records, and in our psyche. The heritage he leaves behind is refreshing. With his passing, we find ourselves standing on the shoulders of a new giant. What heritage shall we leave on the current, immediate, and future history of the University of Zululand? Gamede is one of the men I believe he represented in its entirety, the essence of wise, well-meant persona in human form. Good people die every day. Not all of them affirm us of goodness and humanity and leadership the way Mr. Gamede did. His passing away leaves a positive experience to anyone who took time to know him. Mr. Gamede was passionate about his engineering profession, not only for himself, but for every black child. He had a passion for serving the public. His passion and hard work led him to become a leader and a chairperson of this university with the ability to navigate, lead, and take terms of public criticism with finesse and grace. It would have been easy for him to slip into authoritative power mode, but Babu Gamede's humility was the real power in the relationship he cultivated. A lion, but a humble being, who acted out wisely and ethically, even when others in similar positions did not. He was fearless, but also sacrificial servant. O death, where is thy sting? Why did you take him when we need him most? Baba Gamede taught me that being a good leader is about being to rise to the occasion during difficult times. He taught me the ability to step up and fight for the good of the university. He supported me during the times the university was faced with several instances, and I was faced with several instances myself, where my flight or fight thinking kicked in. When it seemed very hard to confront the difficult challenge, he taught me that it is important to tackle it head on. Mr. Gamede was a great leader that understood that it was not for him to inflict pain, but to share the pain. He rose to the top in troubling times when difficult decisions about this university right across the country, even the portfolio committee, were to be made and decisive actions were to be taken. It took someone like him, a person with passion, a clear vision, an unstoppable fortitude to lead UniZulu through the worst storms. His ability to lead and to take this university through turbulence was remarkable. Mr. Gamede was brilliant, intelligent, smart, calculative in his approach to issues. I'm grateful how fate caused our paths to cross. I learned a lot from him. His humility, selflessness, love, passion, kindness, philanthropy, and above all, to focus on the goal by ignoring troublemakers. Gamede embodied the mantra, I quote, "People don't care how much we know until you know how much you care," close quote. He did not only make positive changes at the University of Zululand, but he also cared about the people. He believed that positive change and caring about people were intricately linked. Among other things, Mr. Gamede spearheaded the conceptualization and establishment of the engineering programs at the University of Zululand. It seems right to say that Baba Gamede will be missed or he went away too soon, but it is true. The bottom line is that he was a great leader, and when he pulled back the curtain of all of that entails, you can see that he was a good person who cared about others. We can attest, as Monroe spoke of Apostle Paul, that it would be fitting for Mr. Gamede to say, open quote, "I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. I've been poured out like a drink offering. There is nothing left. I am ready to die. That's how I want to die, because there's nothing else left for me. When you die, die like I am planning to die, empty. It is finished," close quote. Surely, Mr. Gamede has disappointed the grave. He has used his God-given gifts and talents, and on his way to cemetery, empty-handed and with no sorrows. I wish to thank Mr. Gamede's family for sharing him with us as the University of Zululand. Find God's comforting words in Psalm 34. "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. He rescues those whose spirits are crushed." This talented engineer, who was God-given gift to the country, will truly be missed. May God bless the memory of Mr. Gamede. Usisebenzele isizwe. Rest in peace, Ntimandi. God bless you.